Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the latest TCS Ninja Topper interview. Guys, this interview happened recently only on 22nd October 2021. So guys, kindly watch this video till the end. Guys, this is not the first TCS digital interview experience that I am posting on this channel. This is the fifth TCS digital interview experience, or you can say the TCS Ninja Topper interview experience for the 2022 batch students. All the videos you can find under this playlist of TCS digital interview experience. I will give the link of this playlist in the I button or in the description box. Do make sure to check this playlist also, as it will be really helpful for you if you have your interview in coming days. Guys, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. I am posting regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. The links of the Telegram groups are given in the description box. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Did you know that a lot of companies now offer jobs only based on your skills? So you do not need to worry if you don't have a degree from a good college or if you lack experience. Talent and skills is all that matters. If you think you have got the relevant skills for a job in business development, then the guaranteed salary of minimum 4 lakhs per annum for non-tech roles and 6 lakh per annum for tech roles, and this can go up to 15 lakhs or more. There is no age restriction to apply. I am going to share with you two amazing companies that will hire you in just 15 days. First is Wingify and second one is Zuperly. These companies are now hiring freshers and the people with no experience through the Re-Level platform by Unacademy. All you have to do is register for the Re-Level test, which is totally free. No video resume is required anymore. After this, you can give the test as per your comfort and get an amazing job based on your skills. You can also check out the Re-Level Archivers on Twitter to see how many people have started their dream careers through this platform. All the links are given in the description box. Okay, so guys, the date of the interview was 22nd October 2021. The branch of my friend was IT. The duration of the entire interview was 25 minutes. Okay, so the first question that you know will be asked will be, tell me about yourself. So kindly prepare this question very well. I have discussed this question in detail in every video of interview experience. So guys, I will not go in detail, but kindly include only those things in which you are comfortable in and in those which you can answer it easily. Okay. The next question was, how was your day? So as many of you know that whenever they give the schedule for the interview, they give a bracket like 10 to 1 your interview will be scheduled. So many candidates have to wait for 2 to 3 hours before their interviews. So guys, many of you get impatient, and an interview can sense that you have been irritated. But guys, whenever you are going to the interview, kindly be patient and listen to the every question very carefully and give the answer. Do not be irritated while giving the answer, or do not act impatiently in front of them. It will be a very it will give a very poor impression to them. So kindly be patient while you are giving your interview, and please respond to the questions very well. Okay, the next question was, what all the projects you have done? So kindly, in this particular question, kindly mention all the projects that you have done, or you can say all the projects that you have mentioned in resume, and talk about every project in 1 to 2 lines while explaining this, because in the question is what projects you have done. So they are not saying you to explain your projects, but you can simply guide them to your projects by giving 1 to 2 line description of each project that you have mentioned in the resume. Now the next question was, explain about your project. So guys, in this, let's suppose you have put 3 to 4 projects in your resume, but when they ask you to explain your project, then you can pick up any of your project from resume and you can start explaining that project in detail. So again guys, if you do not know that how you have to explain your project to the interviewer, I have made a dedicated video on my channel in which I have discussed the step-by-step guide that how you have to explain your project to the interviewer, what are the points you have to keep in mind while explaining to the interviewer, and what are the commonly asked project related questions that can be asked from you by the interviewer. So I will give that video link in the I button or in the description box. Kindly make sure to watch that video after watching this video. Okay, the next question was, why did you choose machine learning as domain? So the candidate's entire project was related to machine learning. So the interviewer asked that, why did you choose machine learning as your domain? So the question can be like this also, that why you choose Android domain, why you choose a web development domain. So all these things can be related to your projects also. So you can say that machine learning is a futuristic technology, and many of the now many of the things are getting converted into machine learning things. So many of the things are getting automated using machine learning. So again, these are the type of questions, or you can say these are the type of answers you can give to the interviewer while you are in the interview. So he will be very happy about these answers. Okay, the next question was, do you know SQL? So again guys, whenever the interviewer asks you whether you know a certain subject or not, so it is totally dependent on you whether you say yes or no. If you do not know that subject, kindly say no, because many of time what happens, yeah, like you say yes, you know SQL, but in reality you do not know SQL. Then the interview will start asking the questions from SQL and you won't be able to answer it. So it will be a very bad impression on the interviewer that despite being saying yes that you know SQL, you are not able to answer SQL. So please be honest in an interview and try to give only those, and try to say yes on only those subjects or technologies that you know. So my friend knew the SQL, so he said yes that he knew the SQL. So next, there were certain two questions which were asked from databases. Now first of all, what is a database? So we all know database is an organized collection of data generally stored and accessed from a computer. So in computer we have a database in which we store all the records, and from that only we can access the data. Now in general there are basically two types of databases. First is the structured database, another one is the unstructured database. So in structured database you can say the SQL language is used and the data is stored in the table format. In a structured way, the data is stored in the table format, whereas in unstructured way, the data is stored in the key value pair. Like in like in MongoDB, we use unstructured database. So I hope this question is clear to you. Now, next question was, what are joins in DBMS? So again, it's a very basic question that can be asked from you in a DBMS interview. I have made a dedicated video on my channel in which I have discussed the most commonly asked DBMS questions in an interview. So please do check that video also after watching this video. The link will be in the description box or in the I button. Okay, so first of all, the joins in DBMS. So there are four types of joins. First is inner join, in which, see, why we use joins. Whenever we have to fetch our query, fetch our results, which include two tables, then what we do, we first join the two tables and then we fetch our results. So in inner join, what will be the output? So let's suppose there is a left table and there is a right table. So when we will join the two tables using the syntax, you can study that syntax from the internet. Okay, so now when we join the two tables, and then the rows that will be common in both the tables, will be outputted. So in inner join this happens. In left join what happens, when we have to join two tables, then the rows which are common in both the tables that get outputted, and also the rows which are present in the left table but not in the right table get output. Similarly, in the right join what happens, the rows which are common in both the tables get output, and then the rows which are present in the right table but not in the left table get output. And full join is the addition of left join and right join. That is, first of all, the rows which are common from both the tables get outputted, then the rows which are present in the left table but not in the right table get output, and then the rows that are present in the right table but not in the left table, then they get output. So I hope these joins are clear to you. And the join, now two tables are joined based on the common attribute between two tables, and there comes the concept of foreign key. So I hope this entire concept is clear to you. Okay, next is, what are DDL and DML commands? So this was the last TR question that was asked from my friend, that is, what are DDL and DML commands? So DDL stands for data definition language, that it defines that how will our table schema will look like, and DML stands for data manipulation language, that is, once we have entered the data in a table, then we can manipulate that data using certain commands. So these are the major difference between DDL and DML commands. The example of DDL commands are alter, rename, truncate. All these are examples of DDL command that shows that how our schema will look like. Whereas in DML commands, the example of DML commands are insert, update, delete. That is, we are working on data inside a table and not on the structure of the table. So I hope these difference between DDL and DML commands are clear to you. Now these are all the technical questions which were asked from my friend. Next were the MR round question. First of all, first question was, where do you want to see yourself after 5 years? Now this is a very common HR question, but again, this question can be asked from you by any of the member, whether it is TR, MR or HR. So you have to prepare your answer for yourself. There are a lot of sample answers which are present on the internet. Kindly refer them for giving your answer. So where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? You can form it. Okay, next MR question was, what if you didn't get your required role? Well, let's suppose you are working in a company and now you want to become a developer, but you are not given a developer position, you are given a tester position. Let's suppose this happens. Then how will you tackle this situation? Because it will be a really shock for you that you wanted this role, but you got this role. So how will you handle this situation? So guys, again, these situational questions are asked in the MR round. So kindly listen to the question very carefully. Take your time, take 2 to 3 minutes for thinking about the answer and then only answer the situation. So I hope these questions are clear to you. Now guys, these are the MR questions which were asked from my friend. You can see that in this particular interview, there were only TR and MR questions were asked. There were no HR questions asked. So I hope your doubts are clear about what type of questions are asked in the Ninja Topper interview. So guys, do not worry if HR questions are not asked from you. It does not mean that you are rejected. Because many of you were asking me that HR questions were not asked, so am I rejected? So this is not the case. There can be certain cases in interview where MR questions are not asked, where HR questions are not asked, where only 1 to 2 technical questions were asked. So all these things can happen in an interview. So kindly give the interview patiently and then wait for the results. Do not assume anything on yourself. So I hope all the questions are clear to you and it will really be helpful for you for preparing for your Ninja Topper interview. So guys, this was it for this video. Thank you for watching it and kindly subscribe this channel and show your support towards it.